Okay, welcome back to another week. Well, the end of another week. We are up in the attic above the kitchen, laundry room, and closet, and you can see our like dehumidifier extraction system, which has been set up. So this is one of three that will be in the house. So this one is, like I say, for the closet is back there, the utility room, and the kitchen. Francis and I have also been running a bunch of cables for cameras and things, so you can't really see it, but we have cabling up here, and I will be going up in that door soon to do more cabling. Okay, so we just came from down there, and I came through the door opening. This is the big window door that's above the main door. So below me is the big main salon entrance. And yeah, I get to go through that tiny window opening into the area above the toy room, and we're gonna be running some cables. So I'll see you over there in a minute. So yeah, definitely have not shown you up in here, but that's the little window door that I came in. This is the attic area. You can't really see much. This is the attic area above the toy room, and that's the chimney. And Francis is actually way over there in the barn, and somehow I need to get over there to grab a cable. So I'll be back. Okay, I got the cable. It's right there. We used the little like stick thing. But yeah, I came from like way over there somewhere. So now I need to get back out. Okay. So we've pulled the cable. You can't even really see where it's going from out here. But that's our cable. I'm still up in the attic. These are my skis that go across the beams so that I don't fall through the roof or ceiling. And I'll work my way back over to that hole where I came in. But yeah, from up here you can see like the roof beams are really cool. There's actually one way down on that corner that's dark. Maybe I'll try to show you when I'm on my way out, but it looks really cool. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I'm still up in the attic, and I wanted to show you this kind of funky roof beam. But yeah, since this house was built back in like the mid 1800s, they didn't necessarily have access to straight beams. So we have some pretty weird beams. Let's back out a bit. This is the top of the chimney that goes down into the salon, and you can see with the holes they reused a lot of wood, pretty much whatever they could find. So yeah, so that's the chimney. And then here's something kind of cool. You can see like the way they did the really old kind of wood pegs into the struts. So like if I zoom out again, you can see so the wood is the structural part of the house, and those little pegs hold these diagonal arms into this main beam. And down there you can see that the wood pegs hold the horizontal beams to the vertical beam. And Francis is coming up through the other door, but you can't see him since we're way over here. Okay, I'm back out. There's the window that I went in from. And here's Francis. putting our cables on, but I'll go down and show you the rest of the house. Okay, so we're done cabling for today. We pulled these cables that he's playing with now from that direction in the house towards the kitchen. We pulled all of these cables from the other direction, and we still have 2 more cables that we have to run down here, and those are all going to be for the security cameras. This is our water heater and the stuff that will, I think this is eventually going into air conditioning, these tubes. But yeah, this is up in the attic. These are bricks that we actually saved from the barn wall demolition, which we may end up having to use to kind of fix up some holes in the clay bricks up in this space. But yeah, this is our attic. It's not super functional right now, but it'll get cleaned up, and we have big ideas. But I will go down and take you to the rest of the house through our tiny little portal. Okay, it is officially the end of another week, and the excitement is, oh my gosh, we actually have countertops. The light is diminishing, so it might be kind of challenging to see, but ta-da! Yes, the countertops are in. We are very, very excited. We are still waiting for these problem child doors to be done, but the counters were installed on Friday. They are actually ready to go. We haven't really started using them yet. We have decided on a backsplash. Francis found some really nice kind of like 4-inch tiles that sort of match the floor, but they're kind of like a tabertine, but not really. And they have some that have like embossed leaves on them, which look really, really pretty. So we're gonna do that, and the backsplash will go under here, and then over there, and to the window, and then it'll continue to there. And I think that's it. But I don't know, maybe we should continue out to here. I have no idea. But at the very least, it'll go around, and it'll terminate in that corner unless we decide to wrap around and terminate here. This side, I don't think is going to have any backsplash tiles. So yeah, in the dining room, nothing much is happening. In the main room, our big accomplishment is painting up there, so there is no more yellow. It looks so much nicer. So we do have a wallpaper person in the wings who is gonna do the wallpaper for us, mainly because we really don't have a safe way to get the wallpaper all the way up this wall. I mean, so this is this is the ground, and then that's like the bottom of the mezzanine, which is probably like 8 feet. And then there's like another 8 feet to that ceiling. So this is just too tall. Okay, so as I was saying, we don't have a way to safely do way up there. So we're just gonna have a professional who's gonna come, and he's gonna wallpaper all of this main room up to a termination somewhere around there. And over here, there's kind of this like funky divot. So the wallpaper will go to that termination right before the door, and it'll be blue, like the peacock blue wallpaper all through this space. I mentioned before that we have the stone tiles that are gonna go under the sink here, but that hasn't been done yet. But yeah, in this space, mainly the big accomplishment is getting the white paint done up in there. In my room, the electrician has vacated. So it's looking a lot cleaner. we still need to get my lights up. They're actually in a box. Oh, they're in boxes back there. So they're gonna match the bedroom. So there's gonna be like one strip of lights on this side and one strip of lights on the other side. And this is stuff for the air conditioning units. And there's a lot of things in here that eventually need to go out into the barn, but since that space isn't ready yet, it's basically still being used as a staging area. Francis's big accomplishment was starting to plaster, but basically you can still see the chicken wire. Let's see if I zoom in. Yeah. So you can still see the chicken wire, but he did over the, so there's stone behind it, and then there's those nails that I showed last week. And then he mounted the chicken wire, and then over the chicken wire, he plastered. So at this point, you can actually see that some spots are dry. The very white spots are dry, but the other spots are still drying. It takes a while for it to fully dry, so he needs to wait for that to dry. And then when he does a second coat, he's gonna start coming down the wall and into the corner. He also extended this very, very nicely. So that's all been put in with sheetrock. And on the other side, there is this little section that he is also planning on sheetrocking. He had already filled in this mantelpiece portion, but he's going to fill in that portion so that his plaster will just naturally meet the sheetrock there. And then over in the barn, we're very excited because everything is done. All the electrical is done. Francis actually made these custom plaques, so you can see he did the, I showed you last week the plaques, but the electrician went through and got them all mounted onto the wall. So that's very exciting. And this is solar. So these pallets are solar panels, and that's all the solar equipment. And coming soon is solar that is supposed to start on Monday. However, it is very rainy, and they are going to be working on the roof above us. So I'm not sure if they're going to be working in the rain or not. But that's solar, so coming soon, solar. Out in the garden, nothing much is happening. It's probably too dark at this point to even show you. Well, not really. But yeah, out in the garden, I'm basically just cleaning up. It's the end of the season. I'm getting ready to plant some fava beans. At some point, we probably need to get out here and mow the grass. My shed that fell over and got damaged during the last storm is still on its back and waiting to be fixed. But yeah, so that's the house. Here's our sunset tonight. It's very pretty. And yeah, I think that's about it for this week. So I'll let you go, and I'll see you next week. Okay, I don't know what happened, but we have tons and tons of ladybugs. They're everywhere, which is really cool, but I've just never seen so many. It's like something hatched, and now we have, like, we literally have them, like, they're all over the place. They're all over my room too. But yeah, look, there's tons. They're just like, yeah, something must have hatched, or I don't know the ladybug life cycle, but something happened. We have some really cool ones too. Look at that one. But yeah, most of them look like this. But yeah, they're flying all over the place. They're all over me too. Like literally. They're just like hanging out, doing their thing. Ladybug Central.